Good morning, world. It's your girl Dominique Spinelli, and the fit is cozy. It's cozy cute today. Okay, I said before I got dressed, I was like, I want to feel like I'm getting a hug all day. So what are we gonna do about this? So, and it's Friday, so I got to get a little more casual. Got my jeans on. Got my jeans on. Got a little button up because it's cute. And then I put on my sweater. I said I don't want to put no stress on the body on today. Okay? Because your girl's been stressed enough in the physical. I'm like, come on now. But, you know, you go through to get through and you make it out okay on the other side. And I am just so grateful for relief. Praise God. It's time to lay this news down. I'm not about to play with y'all. I got things to do today. The Weakley County Sheriff's Office has made an arrest in regards to the incident at 289 Old Troy Road in Martin. The Weakley County Sheriff's Office has charged Mr. Elisha Stewart with abuse of a corpse, fabricating and tampering with evidence, failure to report discovery of a dead body, and aggravated cruelty to animals. The investigation is ongoing. Yeah, they found a dead body out here yesterday. The man was like 20 years old, in his 20s. There will not be I have to change the tense on this. There was not a preliminary hearing for Kristen Cunningham this morning. Cunningham is accused of murdering Weakley County Sheriff's Deputy Derek Bonham. She waived the 14-day rule, giving up her right to a preliminary hearing within 14 days of her initial appearance. The hearing will be reset for another day that has not yet been decided. She will remain in custody. Let me see something right here. All right, let's show you. Let's just fix it. Of her initial appearance. Okay. This one. Channel 6 reports the Kentucky State Senate passed a bill last week allowing medical providers to refuse services or procedures based on their own religious or moral grounds as long as it does not endanger others. Some believe that if the bill is passed, it would put more pressure on hospitals and doctors' offices, who may have to deal with employees who use any action taken against them as justification to sue. The bill is set to be assigned to a House committee where, if passed, it will go to the governor for a signature or veto. A Jackson woman has officially been charged in the death of her boyfriend. The Jackson Police Department said Tatiana Williams has been formally charged with first-degree murder, theft between $1,000 and $900. $9,000. Theft between $1,000 and $9,999, tampering or destruction of evidence, and abuse of a corpse. The charges stem from the death of 23-year-old Hayden Blair, whose body was found in a shallow grave earlier this week. Police began an investigation after Blair was reported missing from his South Jackson home last Sunday. The investigation of a missing person quickly escalated to interviews with Williams after evidence consistent with a shooting was discovered. Information provided on Tuesday led investigators to the 1100 block of Howard Road in Chester County. At the scene, Blair's remains were located in a shallow grave. All right, that's one. And you can literally, I think I got a new little way to go about this. So, practice makes perfect, man. Okay. On to the next one. So it's 2.5 minutes. This whole thing is an article in itself. The Obion County Chamber of Commerce honored a long-standing Union City business this week. Reynolds Brothers Tire Company on East Church Street was recognized for 100 years of service. Company president Jimmy White, who now owns the business with his sister Linda Lewis, told Thunderbolt News why the business was established.
R.C. Reynolds and his brother Charles. And it was on this same lot here where our tire company is now. And my grandfather's brother was legally blind, but he could see shades. And my grandfather wanted to start with something that he could do. And back then you had, when a car pulled up, you had 4 or 5 people that went to the car, and one of them washed the windshield, and one of them would check the tires, and somebody checked the oil, and somebody else put the gas in. Well, that was something that my grandfather's brother Charles could do. So he started it so that his brother would have an income.
White said the business grew to also become the first fuel jobber in the state.
And it was some oil or something in there that wasn't the right brand. Back then they were commissioned agents, and you didn't own the fuel. Exxon owned the fuel, they brought it, it was theirs, and then you paid for it and you got a commission. And that was how it worked. And so the guy came in and he saw my grandfather had some oil there that he wasn't supposed to have. And so he told him that when he woke up the next morning, he expected that to be gone. So my grandfather closed up a little early that afternoon, and they had a pickup truck that they delivered fuel and oil and stuff in. And he drove to Memphis and met with the Pan Am people and said, look, I want to buy gas. I'll come get it. I'll pay for it. I want to buy it. And then it's mine. I don't want anybody telling me what to do. So they struck a deal, and he was actually the first oil jobber in the state of Tennessee that bought fuel and owned it.
A photo of a presentation by Obion County Chamber of Commerce. A photo of a presentation by Obion County Chamber of Commerce officials has been placed on our website at thunderboltradio.com. Okay. I think this one can just go by itself as well. Oh, come on. Okay. Okay. Lottery players now have 2 big jackpots to play for. Tonight, the Mega Millions drawing has grown to $416 million. A single winning ticket matching all 6 numbers could choose to accept a one-time lump sum payout of $193.1 million before taxes. On Saturday night, the Powerball drawing will be for $190 million. A single winning ticket in this draw could take the cash option payout of $89.1 million before taxes. Both games are played in Tennessee and Kentucky. In a 68-25 vote, the Tennessee House of Representatives passed a bill that states same-sex marriage does not have to be recognized in Tennessee. It also adds that officials cannot be disciplined or sanctioned for refusing to officiate marriages between people of the same sex. During discussions, one woman was removed from the balcony of a chamber by the Highway Patrol after she began yelling and disrupting the session. Representative Gino Bolso told the House that this is a bill that does not change the existing law. Hold on. Let me see. discussion. Representative Gino Bolso told the House that this is a bill that does not change the existing law. It simply clarifies existing law. The bill will still need to pass in the Senate to send it to the governor. The bill has been referred to the Senate Judiciary Committee. Let me see something. And we're gonna just cut the last part out then, huh? Yeah, we'll leave it there. Boom. Okay. Next. Channel 7 reports a Memphis man was found guilty of attempted voluntary manslaughter and aggravated assault. After an argument with his child's mother, 38-year-old Antonio Pewitt drove from Brownsville to her place of employment at Pig Sweet in Bells. Pewitt stabbed the victim 5 times, then fled the area. He is facing a maximum sentence of 10 years to serve in the Tennessee Department of Correction. He will be sentenced at a later date. Lifeline is in critical need of blood donations right now. Several local mobile drives will be happening this week. Saturday morning, Lifeline will be set up at the Tennessee National Guard in Humboldt from 12:30 to 4:30. Monday afternoon, they'll be at E.W. James and Sons in Union City from 1 to 7. McKinsey police are no longer unlocking doors on cars and trucks. Police say new vehicles have become more complicated to unlock. McKinsey police also say with newer vehicles, if a side curtain airbag is accidentally deployed while attempting to unlock the door, the officer could be hurt. If you need someone to open your car door, consider calling a locksmith or your car dealer. The designer for the soon-to-be refurbished and expanded Capitol Theater is back in Union City. Sanad Agusi of Sydney, Australia, is back overseeing a multi-million-dollar project in the downtown area. During a visit with Thunderbolt Broadcasting this week, Agusi was asked about the progress of the construction.
Really amazing. I mean, looking the progress and look the stages, how we're progressing from about nearly a year and a half now, about nearly 2 years. And I remember when I came here, when I saw the theatre, I said, this is a disaster. Sorry to say, but in a way, it was in really bad condition. So it was very challenging to design this particular project. The reason it was challenging because you're trying to retain the existing building and to retain the historical part of the facade. And you can't just go ahead and demolish, say, hey, I'm going to take the roof down and start putting in new. But so you have to assess the issues and problems with the buildings. You gotta structurally support the building before you start demolishing it. And then after that, then you start putting the pieces together. So but it's amazing. The way it is and the way it is now, it's really amazing.
Agusi also said it was exciting to know the theater will be accessible to everyone.
There's you got your cinema, theaters, you can do so much with it. It's amazing. And I think when you design the building, you got to think about safety. That's the first thing, and fire separation, fire rating, and then the other thing you have to think about the ADA, disability. A lot of people will attend to this theater with their wheelchairs. So the good thing with this theater, it's IDI accessible in every part of the building, upstairs and downstairs and the stage. And it wasn't before IDI friendly. Now it is. And obviously now you can have actors with the wheelchairs, not just watching the show, but they can participate. And then we have a brand new elevator too. So we added to the building. So a lot of the people, older and young and, people with a wheelchair, they can go upstairs or downstairs and a lot of other stuff, yeah.
Although work continues on the project, Agusi said the finished project will be a showcase for the entire region.
Not just the community in the Union City and all the surrounding towns, they're going to benefit so much. It's going to bring so much to the young, especially to the young generation coming up. And I heard a lot of stories, the older generation say, I remember this theater, I used to perform there, and that gives them opportunity, their kids that can come or their grandkids that can come and be part of this community, So it has no limits, really. Choirs, older generations, 70, 80, 90 years old, that can perform. Comedy shows, you can do so much. It's no limits to it.
Indications are the new theater could open late this year or in early 2027. Okay, that's it for that. I'm going straight into my next set. So let me see. Let me think. Okay. A celebration of life for Miss Sandra Wheeler, age 78 of Martin, will be held Saturday at 1 in Greenfield. A funeral for Miss Dorothy Sue Bingham, age 82 of Tiptonville, will be held Saturday at 1 at United Pentecostal Church in Tiptonville. Burial to follow in the Graves Chapel Cemetery. A funeral for Mary Mabry, age 93 of Melbourne Community, will be held Saturday at 1 in Mayfield. Burial to follow at the Liberty Baptist Church Cemetery in Hickory. And a funeral service for Miss Shirley Gillum, age 90 of Southern Weakley County, will be held Monday at 2 in Greenfield. Burial to follow in the New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church Cemetery. WCMT color radar for tonight. Cloudy with a 30% chance of showers, mainly before 11 o'clock. Low 38. Tomorrow, partly sunny with a high near 50. And tomorrow night, cloudy, then gradually becoming clear with a low around 26. Right now, it's 46, humidity 43%. For more news, weather, and sports, go to WCMT.com. Follow us on X at Thunderbolt Info and download our Thunderbolt Radio app. This news has been a service of Greenfield Banking Company. I'm Dominique Spinelli. I'm flying today, y'all. I am flying. I got things to do. There we go. I'm thinking about doing the sports now too. Just to take back some of my minutes. Other sound bites. Ooh, golly. Okay, let's do it. Here's your sports news, a service of Wendy's in Martin. Little Rock defeated UT Martin 65-57 at the Jack Stephen Center in Tale of Two Halves. We're going to run that back because I don't know if that's Stephen or Steven, and I don't want no smoke. I will run that back. Here's your sports news, a service of Wendy's in Martin. despite holding a lead for nearly 27 minutes of clock time this evening. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. This is not right. I guess I'll do sports later. Or have somebody else read the sports. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Because again, I got other things to do today. So, yeah, that is it for broadcast on today. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope your clothes feel like a hug. And yeah, I'm going to get back to work because, again, I got things to do. I'll see you later.